but would you really be proud of a trophy you've won by playing like that?
Audio Jungle.
Tottenham won. Now, there were some critics after the game. Ndombele scored the first goal, and I think it was 21 minutes in or something like that. And then for the rest of the game, Spurs just sat back and they were just inviting pressure on them because we know how good Wolves are. And then in the end, it was a Roman Saiz header that got Wolves the draw in the end. Do you think Mourinho, because Mourinho's tactics were working well, but do you reckon he's sitting back too much now, or what do you reckon's wrong?
I think everyone's starting to suss out like what he's doing. Not that it wasn't obvious already, but he's found something that works and he's just trying to ride it, and then like sometimes it's just going to run out. And I think this is the point where it's starting to run out, and like teams are playing past it. They're finding ways to get past the full 11 players behind the ball at all times. And although it's not very nice to watch, sometimes it works, but I think Mourinho has to change it up sometime soon because it's not worked in the past few games, and surely at this point you need to change the tactics or change the players. So
the football is becoming a bit overused.
Yeah.
And it's outdated now. People are figuring it out, and it's not going to work towards the later half of this season. There's just too many good teams that have figured it out.
They've got the players to play like your Liverpools, like your Man Cities, but just the manager wants them to play in a style that doesn't suit most of the players. Like Harry Kane, he can't run the whole length of the pitch and beat about 5 players. He's the player you want in the box. But if you've got 11 players behind the ball and you have a counter-attack, that you don't cross at the end of a counter-attack, you have to shoot. So, yeah, it's becoming very hard for some of the players to actually do anything in that Tottenham team.
Well, I want to get your thoughts on this because this is what Mourinho had to say after the Wolves game. So he said, we had 89 minutes to score more goals. It is a concern the fact that we always score early goals and then we don't kill matches off. Is that a concern for Spurs, going early, scoring early and not burying the game?
That's pretty much all there is to it. Like I'm pretty sure they scored inside the first minute and then they didn't score another one, which was probably down to their style of play. Like if they'd played in a different way, they might have got a couple of other goals and probably killed the match off. But because they sat behind the ball for the full 89 minutes after their goal, it was like almost inevitable that they weren't going to score, and Wolves probably were. So yeah, they definitely need to work on certain aspects of their attacking, like attacking in their style of play, but defensively also they need to build on it as well, because if you're going to sit behind the ball, you need a clean sheet because that's the only thing you sit behind the ball for, and they're just not getting it. So something has to change.
It's a bit of a concern that they didn't really bother to press after they got the first goal. With a team like Liverpool or City, if they score, you can almost guarantee they'll go on to score 3 or 4, maybe even more than that. We saw Liverpool score 7. Why isn't Spurs doing that? Because they definitely have the players. They have a better team than most teams in the Premiership, and they should be putting that game absolutely to bed. But they've sat back and they've let them come at them, and they haven't really proposed a major challenge after that first goal.
I could be completely wrong here. So Spurs get the early goal. They know that Wolves always sit back, so they try and test them and let them break them down. And then, to be fair, it did work in the end, but it's just boring to... Well, it nearly did work in the end, but Saiz got the header, of course. But the thing is, why would... Spurs fans, they say they'll take the 3 points and all that, but surely you want your team to play good, not bad. And I know it's about the points and everything, but you have to sort of balance it, surely.
Enjoy watching the football. Like, how can you get behind the manager?
Like with us and Big Sam, like he took us from like 15th to 8th, and with any other manager playing a nice style of football doing that, we'd think like, oh, he's a great manager and everything. But he was just sat behind the ball at all points. We got some lucky goals, and then we just got some points and 3 points along the way, and that ultimately took us up the lead. But yeah, we just didn't like it. I wouldn't like going to Goodison every week and watch us just defend for 90 minutes and maybe get 1 or 2 goals. And I think there's a point where the 3 points doesn't matter as much, and then maybe you take a point. But all of your play in that match has been like fluid football, and then it's just been nice to watch. And I think it's 50-50. Like, I think a team like Tottenham, who haven't won a trophy since, I don't know when, like 2008 or something, I think at this point they're pretty much like, oh, we'll just take any sort of trophy, just get us the wins, and it doesn't matter. But yeah, for other teams like Man United and Liverpool, I'm pretty sure they would not back a manager who just defended all the time. So I
Yeah.
think it's relative as well.
I mean, we saw it 2-3 years ago with Mourinho when he was at United. He was playing really defensive, and even the fans were saying attack, 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 and the fans had to make him attack. Like, it shouldn't just be down to the fans. Like, Mourinho should know that in his head, oh, well, we're losing here, so let's not sit back fully and counter. Let's try and get a goal to equalise. But there's just not that switch that Mourinho has, and he needs it.
Yeah, I think Mourinho's mentality is just getting the points by any means possible, which is fair enough with Tottenham, because of course they are trying to push for a trophy, and with their players they should have one. But would you really be proud of a trophy you've won by playing like that?